Hey, you ever sit back and wonder how banks actually make money? I mean, we just trust them with our savings, and somehow they turn all that into profits. But it's not magic. It's actually pretty simple once you break it down. What will happen when everyone decides to withdraw money from the bank at the same time? The bank will not have that money at once, will not give that money to each and every person. That's why when you need a large amount of money from the bank, you have to give a bank a notice for them to prepare for you the money. The reason behind this is simple. They don't have that money kept in vault waiting. So, first, when you put your money in a bank, it doesn't just sit there like a piggy bank. The bank uses your money to do other things like lending it out. But here's the key part. Banks are required to keep a fraction of those deposits in reserve. In most places, that's about 10%. So, for every $100 you deposit, the bank keeps $10 and uses the other $90 to make loans. Think about it this way. That $90 is loaned out to someone else, maybe a family buying a house or a business starting up. Then that person pays it back with interest. And here's the magic: by just lending out 90% of deposits over and over, banks multiply the money they make from interest. See, you might put in $1,000 and the bank pays you a tiny bit of interest, maybe 2%. But they lend that $900 out at 8%. That spread, keeping 10% aside and lending the rest, that's the engine of their profit. And hey, it's not just loans. Banks make a lot from fees too. Think of all those small charges: ATM fees, checkbook orders, late payments. Individually, they're tiny, but multiply by millions of customers, and it's huge. Oh, and don't forget credit cards. If you don't pay off your balance, banks charge some pretty hefty interest. That's another big part of their income. And some banks take it a step further. They invest your deposits in stocks, bonds, and other markets. It's a way to grow their money even more. So, in the end, banks aren't just holding your money, they're working with it, lending it out, reinvesting it, and multiplying it, partly thanks to reserve requirements. Once you see it, it really is a light bulb moment. So next time you wonder where your money goes, just remember, banks don't just sit on cash. They put it to work, and that's how they grow. You also need to put your money to grow, not just to save. Be a bank on your own, invest in businesses, etc. If this gave you some clarity, go ahead and hit like and follow for more simple breakdowns of everyday money mysteries. Disclaimer: this content is for informational purposes only and is not financial advice. Always do your own research before making financial decisions.